Okay, good morning. In this class, I'm going to be taking you through the basics that you need to know in cPanel. So the first thing you do is that after you purchase your domain and your hosting, they will send you the cPanel login details. That is your username and your password. So with the domain name, like in my case, I'm going to be using www.solarxitworld.com.ng/cpanel. Are you getting it? So then are you following? So then you put your username and your password. Exactly. Put your username and your password. Now, on getting here, there are a lot of details you need to understand in your cPanel. So I'm just going to be picking the major ones. Now, one of it is email account. What do I call it? Email account. Let me show you the meaning of email account. Now, going to this place, www.solarxitworld.com.ng, let me show you our own webmail. Getting here, you can see webmail. So when I click on webmail, I can easily log in. That's why a lot of times you see companies that is having info@mtn.ng. You understand? Maybe UI, maybe usage. Now maybe let's assume www.uch.com.ng. They will now have support at, you understand? So that's what we call web mail. That is a customized mail for your company. Exactly. It looks very official when you are using your customized what email. So can you see now? If I put in my details, support at Solaris IT World, and I log in, it will load me to my what? To my webmail. It's almost exactly like Gmail. Can you see? Import, draft, send, spam, whatever is actually there. Exactly. Okay. So now let's go to this place. Now on getting here, you will see that I have email accounts. That is, if you want to create one for your client, then the next thing you ask the client that what do you want it to be? Maybe the company you are building for is Rhapsody, you understand, .com. So it can be support at what? You do you understand what I'm saying? So now, but in my case, you can see what I have. I have support at Solaris IT, what I have severe at. So you can give every of your staff their what? Their email. Do you understand? So and it's unlimited. That's one interesting thing about it. So in this class, that's why I might not be able to finish everything today. I want to teach you number one, how to implement the webmail on your website, and at the same time, how to implement it on your phone. Are you following? So now let's quickly do one. So let me assume I want to open for another staff. I'll click on what? Create, and I'll say Ife Oluwa. At what? Oh, sorry. Just Ife Oluwa. Do you understand? At is already there. Do you understand? Then you will give the person an email. Sorry, a password. Exactly. So let me just put a password. It's not still strong. That's why it's not giving me. Okay. Okay. So this one is strong enough. And I'll click on what? Create. Now there are additional settings. How? If you want, you can decide to give your staff unlimited, or you just allocate the particular space you want to give to your what? To your client. Do you understand? Then I'll click on what? Create. It's as simple as that. So can you see that I've created if you only want what? SolarisITworld.com.ng. Exactly. So now after that is done, don't forget, I will now go back to my Cpanel. Just click on this Cpanel icon to take you to the dashboard. This is the home page. Now, the next thing you now want to do is that how will I implement it on my what? On my exactly. So that's what we want to do now. Now to implement it, I will go back to the email account. By the time I go to the email account, just click on any of this. Like I can click on manage. No, sorry. I'll click on check email. What do I call it? Check email. Now, when you click on check email, you will see what I'm actually trying to do now. Check email. Okay. Save and continue. Click on this open my inbox when I log in. Click on open. Just look at me. There's something I'm trying to do. Okay. By the time it loads me to this place, I will now copy this link from the beginning to the end of this CPS ES to the end. Do you understand? Are you following? From my URL. So by the time I copy, are you following? I will now log in. Thank God I'm already in my, what is it called? I'm already in my Cpanel already because we actually built this platform with WordPress. All I just need to do is that, so that I will not waste time. There's no even need of going there. www.solarx. So, this menu that you are seeing, you just put it inside the Ahref. Do you understand? Are you following? You put it inside the what? The Href. It's just like a link. That's all. Exactly. Now, the next question is how do you implement it on your mobile phone? It's very simple. Click on manage. When you get to manage, come in this. Okay, sorry. Connect device, not manage. Connect what? Devices. Okay, that's good. Now, actually, for security purposes, it's not good that I expose this. Do you understand? But just when you get to that particular place, what did I click on before getting there? Okay, connect devices. You will see that every details you need, you understand, about uh, if you want to connect to iOS or to Android, it's actually there already. Because on your mobile device, there are some questions that it's going to ask you. You get it? So on your mobile device, what are you going to do? It's very simple. Just by the time you get to your mobile device, are you following? You will notice that when you click on your Gmail account, your Gmail icon, the Gmail software, there's a place that it will ask you that add email. Do you remember? There's always a place that will tell you that add what email is that place that you are now at. You make sure that it's actually third-party software like this, or it can use the language like let me see, like POP3 or HiMap. You see stuff like this, and you feel all the details you know, inside it. Be able to get into that. I will try my best. Possibly, I will do a video recording. You understand on my screen, then I'll still upload it so that you can actually get it. I think that's it. Because of time, let me just pick only the important one because I want this video to cover everything I needed to do. Now, let's go to the file aspects. I used this the last time, file manager. This is where you upload your what? Your web folder or your project. Do you understand? When you get to this file manager, you click on what? Public underscore what? HTML. When you get to public underscore HTML, this is the fourth place you upload your what? Your web project. And make sure that it's not as if you just put the folder here. You expose all the content of the what? Of the major folder. You understand? Uh-huh. Is all the content of my major folder that you are seeing. It's just, it could have some directory. Directory means folders that I like. But you will see that my index will be within this what? Within this what? Within this floor. Is that clear? Okay. So we that's what that does. All these ones, if you want to check your image, you want to see your displays. Are you getting me? This one is FTP account. In case you want to also upload, I told you two methods. You understand? It's either you're actually doing it using you zip the folder and it's become a file. So from your file manager, you upload it, or you can use what? FTP. Okay, now this is the database aspects. What I call it, the database aspects. When we're doing the last project we did, I click on what? Manage my what? My database. So when you click on manage my database, the first thing you do is that you create your what? Your database. Whichever programming language you are using, you always need a what? A database. There is no software, either mobile application, system application, or web application that does not work with what? The database. The fact that you can get to bank, you can do transfer, everything is going to the database, it's coming back, going, query, and the likes. Are you getting me? That's why very shortly, I'm going to be taking you on what? On database. Exactly. So so the first thing you do is for any project you're doing, you need to create a what? A database. So this is where you can create a database. And after you create database, you always create the what? The username and the password. Understand? So we'll be going into details later on that. Hmm. Another one is domain. You understand? You can actually do redirection to different domain. You can also point your domain to a particular hosting from this part. But we'll be going into details. Like now, okay, let me go to just one of it. Let me go to domain. Okay, can you see that this is the major domain? You understand that I actually bought. Can you see? It even wrote it. Main what? Domain. So it means that from this part, I can also create a new what? A new domain. Do you understand? For example, now, let me click on create new domain. Now it said select the type of domain to create. Is it registered domain? Add a registered domain as an add-on domain or domain alias or temporal domain. The meaning of this is that fine, the fact that you're adding a domain does not mean that you will not still register it. I remember the last time I was telling you that you go to a hosting company, www dot maybe nameship, Abby. Don't think that when you just add domain here that it's going to be automated. No, you get it. So after you purchase the domain, you can actually add it here so that by default it can also be a redirection to your what? To your main site. I don't know if you are getting me. Look at this word. It said if the document root is shared, then the created domain will serve the same content. I don't know if you are getting me. When they press solarx.com.ng, this is where it was. So I can also create another domain that when they also click it, it will still get them to this same place. Is that clear? Aha. So that's what I'm actually saying. Just pick one or two places. Okay. All this one is statistics. Hmm? You can know visitors have visited your site, the bandwidth. Do you know the meaning of bandwidth? Bandwidth is simply, for example, now, it's better you buy a hosting that is what? Unlimited bandwidth. For example, now, there are some sites that if 1 million people should enter into it, it can crash because the bandwidth is what? Limited. Do you understand? So it's different from size. So, but this is where you can get the statistics of your what? Of your hosting, as you can see at this site. For security reasons, there are some parts I'm not opening. Are you getting me? Uh, so, at the same time, you could see software. All this part you are seeing software is actually telling you that you can actually use some subculars. Let me use the word subculars to build your what? Your site or framework. Can you see? Note what? JS. Subclause app installer, multi PHP in, multi PHP manager, PHP PS package, WordPress. Do you understand? So instead of you building your what? Oh, write HTML code from the scratch. You can use what? You can use subclause. Are you getting me? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Okay. Then there is something we call cron job also. What is the meaning of cron job? Let me open cron job. so that I will explain to you. So before we round up the JavaScript and the PHP, the SQL aspects, just remind me so that I will also still put it through. About cron. He said cron jobs allow you to automate certain commands or scripts. You know the meaning. You have your normal script. Maybe what your normal script does is that it sends an email. And please, are you following? That's what happens in all these banking sectors. Are you getting it? So now, what simply happens is that I will now write my default code that can what? That can send email. Is a single script, right? Now, that script, I can now use cron job to what? To determine maybe it's going to be sending every first day of the week or the first day of the month. That's what happened in the bank. Do you understand? Or the last day of the month when it will tell you your what is it called? Your account statements. For the first day, it can welcome you to a what? But it's still the same script. That is what? That is doing all those stuffs. Are you following? Are you following? This is the part. Look at me. It's saying PHP command example. Now, the first thing you actually do is that this is the directory that you actually put your your the scripts. Exactly. So after you, but I will still try my best. By the time we are practicalizing it, I will show you. So, but this is the part you know. After you put the file, the script, maybe it's .php or .js. Hmm? Uh, and you now come to common settings. Once per minute, once per hour. Do you understand? Once per year, once per month, on the first and the 15th of the month. All these ones are just example. Do you understand? So you can do the setting manually here so that it will be easy for you. Is that clear? So command. This is the command in which you would use to actually pick the directory where the what? Where your file is. Is that clear? Don't worry, we'll still do it. I'm just trying to take you through all these parts. So before we finish, we'll now be doing it in details. It's a very important feature. It's Cpanel. And another feature, okay, you can even see all those soft colors there very well, like Joomla, Abante Cat, SMF, PHP. There are some of them that when you just click it by default now, it will start giving you codes. Do you understand? Okay, let me just show you one so that you not feel that, oh, a guy is going through it without waiting. Now, I put real estate, right? Let me remove this. It's just an official WordPress plugin, blah, 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 blah. This is not where I'm going. Can you see? Different what? Different. This is one. So I'll just click on what? Install now. I need to put every necessary code for the what? For the estate site. Is that clear? Is that clear? So let me go back. So we even have some other ones. So if you want to build social media networking, I can come there. It will show different ones. That okay, let me go to one. Maybe this is JCAP. It's basically for social media. You understand? So you can see it here. I'll click on what is done now and I'll follow the prompt till I'll be through with the what? With the setup. You can go to demo to see how it works. Long demo instant. Please do not refresh me. Let's see. So can you see that's giving username and password? Admin pass. So in case you want to see how it will work, what I'm actually trying to what? Install. Why this one is waiting, let me say go to other place. There's a part I want to quickly tell you. Because by the time you start real project, I don't want you to have issue. That's why I'm ensuring that I don't know where you will find yourself. Maybe in the next few years, you find yourself in UK, US, whatever. And I don't want you to be left out in any part of this programming, web programming. Exactly. Now there's something that we call PHP version. What I call it? PHP version. And that's why anytime you develop and have, make sure that at least you always, it's either you tell the client that you develop it for that. When there's any issue, they should what? They should let you know. I will tell you the reason. Now, let me just search so that I will not waste time. Let's just say PHP what? Version. Are you following? Now, this PHP version, I can always step it down. I can also upload it. Let me tell you the reason. Now, for our EMR, they could just call us out. We discovered that uh, we want it like this, but it's not working. Why? Maybe the way I build the app, it is too strict. Hmm? So I can actually decide to downgrade the version so that it will enable some things. Or there are some codes. For example, that there was a time, let me give you this instance. There's something we call MySQL. There's MySQL. That's what we use in actually connecting our database. So by the time I say MySQLi underscore query, before I remember in the last 8, 10 years, we used to use MySQL. Are you following me? But now they've developed MySQLi, and that one is what is deprecated. Do you know the meaning of deprecated? It means that it's old. They are no more, it's no more allowed. Are you following? So now, if I still want that my what? My MySQL, which is an old code, to work. Hmm? Because okay, let me give one of the codes to connect I'll say MySQL underscore connect. Hmm? It's a function. Do you understand? Now, MySQL underscore connect cannot work now. Why? Because the current PHP is even what? 8.4. Do you understand? So for this 7.3 self, MySQL cannot what? Work. The only one that can work is what? MySQL I underscore what? Connect. So that's why you must be up to date as a programmer. So MySQL I will work for any of these versions. So, but in case maybe you were busy, you cannot quickly go and update your code, you can downgrade the what? So that it will work with that old code. Did you understand? Did you understand? Please take note of them. So that's why, by the grace of God, we have a lot of apps that we develop. Some of them, okay, I think I noticed something in one of the hospitals that a particular part of my code is just giving error. I said, what happened? Oh, by the time I now check the what, the version, I have to upgrade it back to 8.1. Are you getting me? Because that particular code that I use in that page, are you following me? Does not work with what? With lower version of what? PHP. Is that clear? Okay. So let me see if the surplus I'm trying to. Okay, can you see now? Can you see what I'm saying? So if I want to sign in, log in. Can you see? Welcome to my Gcal network. Log in. Can you see? Admin what? Okay, maybe you want me to sign up. So all this one is actually telling you that if you want to build something like a social media network and you don't want to really stress yourself, you can just what? Use this kind of method. Hmm? So I think I'm going to stop here for the overview that I'm taking you on what? On Cpanel. So later I'll be going into details in some of my videos so that I can touch each of those categories in depth. Now, you'll see that when I got to this PHP selector, there's something I will go to. Okay, there is my domain, there is extension. All these ones are, are different things that if I activate, it can even make my code to be stricter. Do you understand? So let me go to option. Now, for example, now, even this one, you can use it for determining error. What I mean by determining error? Maybe you are trying to make error to appear. Maybe a code is giving you problem and it's not giving you error. You can come here and tick display so that it will display the what? The error. If you don't want it to display any error, I will come here and tick it. Is that clear? There are a lot of things you can. We have memory limits. Maybe your code is loading. If by the time it reach 128, it will cut off. You understand? So you can increase the what? The limit if you like. But these are the what? The default one. Can you see? The maximum upload file size. Maybe they want to upload image. The maximum must be what? 2 mega, megabytes. And you can make it stricter by what? With, okay, I think by increasing it. For example, maybe you want to build a platform in which they will need to be uploading higher what? File. You need to what? Increase it in this place. So imagine a lot of people might not know this. So that's why I'm taking my time to take you to these different aspects. If you want to, some people now they can come, I don't know what is happening. I can't upload file on my site. It might be that someone has disabled this one. So there's no way you can what? You can upload. So I think I will round up there. So thank you.